in bed. And at the end of the day, after getting medical care, after getting family care, after getting all the financial assistance, he gave up the ghost. Do you think you and I will be here today? No, we will not be here. We would have thought, okay, his time actually came and they tried, they fought it, but no way, death could not be appeased and it took him away. But none of that happened to Mohbad. Mohbad walked straight into his house and died. He walked into his house 1 a.m. according to the coroner inquest, according to the testament. 1 a.m. on the what? On the 11th of September. And that was the last time everybody heard anything about Mohbad. And that raised some concerns. That woke up our consciousness. That how could a young man in his 20s walk into his own house 1 a.m. on the 11th and he never woke up? He never woke out. No call was made. No activity was made. Nothing. No call. No activity. Nothing could anybody be documented for Mohbad that this was what Mohbad did at 2 a.m. on the 11th of September. And that was why people like us, we got confused, got worried that what happened to that young man. He was not in his 70s. He was not in his 60s. He was not in his 80s. He was in his 20s. And the truth is that medically, there was no medical condition being attached to Mohbad. If there was anything like that, the nurse, who was called the regular nurse of Mohbad, would have come out with his medical condition. None of that. That is to say, we could actually say Mohbad was ill and healthy until he walked into his house and never came out. And that was the most shocking part of his demise to us, to all the gladiators and generals and all the concerned citizens of Nigeria that are standing for the truth. Going to this newspaper publication, I'm going to talk briefly about what was mentioned in that publication and why you and I, why we have remained resolute, why we have remained convinced that Mohbad was killed in that house. And the government of Lagos State have decided not to do anything about it. That newspaper publication mentioned inconsistency. This is a very vital point. Very, very vital point. When you are talking about, when we were in secondary, they used to teach us something, common factor in mathematics. They will just give you some numbers and tell you, in primary school, they will say, go and find the common factor. The common factor in all the testaments of those that were taken to coroner inquest was what? Was inconsistency.
Well, yeah, that's the common factors. And the common factors in all analysis from different quarters are those who were with him in his last 24 hours. That is the most common factors. That there is even Nigerian police being interviewed or being questioned that when a case of homicide happen like this, who do you think are the suspects? They tell you those with him in the last 24 hours. Even all those witnesses that were brought to court, the Naira Marley, the Sam Larry, the Daroshas, all of them, at the end of each cross-examination, they will ask them, what is your suggestion? If we are to look at or we are to investigate what by Mohbad, all of them said it unequivocally that those people with him in his last 24 hours should be thoroughly investigated and interrogated. The common factors are those who were with him in his last 24 hours. But unfortunately, we are where we are due to certain conspiracy and delusional investigation. Thank you, Mr. Rangers. You can continue.
So the inconsistency of that testament, that's the angle I'm even coming. What you have even said, General Grace, of course, that is sacrosanct. Very, very important. Very, very important. The aspect I'm even coming from is the inconsistency of their testimonies of those that were brought to court. When they brought to me Cynthia Adebanjo, Mohbad's baby, no, I won't call the baby mama anyway, because we have not confirmed that Liam actually belongs to Mohbad. Talking about Mohbad's girlfriend, when they brought her to court, she said,
Yes,
Mohbad,
in the publication, the Lagosians for Truth and Justice, the advocacy group, stated it categorically that inconsistency in various testimony, the driver, the darosha, the whatever, either baby ama or partner or whatever you call her, their testimonies are not aligning. Everybody giving different and controversial testimonies. Inconsistency in testimonies is even a great concern. Thank you. Continue.
the inconsistency is a very serious concern. The wife said Mohbad died. The wife said Mohbad died in the hospital. She said 20 minutes. When we got there, the doctor told us we lost him. That was what she said. At a point, she said Mohbad died at home. At a point, they said it was when they were transporting Mohbad to the hospital that the driver noticed that Mohbad's hands were cold. At a point, they said they took Mohbad on a bike. So the inconsistency of those that were with Mohbad is one of the greatest factors. One of the greatest factors that show to us that somebody somewhere was lying about the last moment of Mohbad. And that inconsistency could have been a greatest tool to be used by the Nigerian police if actually they wanted to work. If actually they wanted to work. Let me tell you the truth. Even a case that is more complicated than that of Mohbad, Nigerian police, they have unraveled it. Cases that are very complicated than that of Mohbad, Nigerian police, they have the knowledge, they have the gadgets to unravel it. But in case of Mohbad,
I think the government conspiracy is no longer hidden. It is obvious, as we can see from the Nigerian government through the Nigerian military. We have been battling insurgency for some years. We have been battling with banditry for some time now. But unfortunately, they keep telling us our military this, our military that. But there was just a day coup by Benin Republic military. The same military, the same government that could not curb insurgency, banditry in our own land, were very quick to act swiftly at truncating a coup in a neighboring land, which means there is capacity, there is military capacity to do all this, but they are not doing it.
There's no will.
No will.
They've got the capacity, but they don't have
but there is no will.
That's it.
There is no will.
That's it. That's it. God bless you. And that's the same thing that is happening in justice of Mohbad. They have the capacity to unravel how Mohbad was killed in that house, but they are not just ready. Most of the people that spoke at that coroner inquest, they maintain common level of inconsistency. Their narrative were not aligning. You could not write a straightforward chapter from all they have said. There were open lacunas. There were open gaps that are yet to be filled till today. But the courts and the government of Lagos State were not looking at that. What did they do instead? They went to edit the CTC. Like I said, whatever I'm saying, you should hold me responsible, not Gracie. They went to edit the CTC. Even till today, people said they have not even seen the CTC of the driver, because the driver statement in Corona Court nailed Wumi, nailed those that killed Mohbad, and therefore they did not even want to reckon with the CTC of the driver because it was not aligning with what they already told them or what they have given to them. The inconsistency of their testimonies, of their testament in court, is one of the greatest tools that could have been used to nail those that killed Mohbad in that house. But what did the government of Lagos State do? They looked the other way. So God bless that Lagos State, Lagosian for Justice and Truth group for reminding us of this inconsistency once again. They also said there should be fresh probe to unravel the cause of the death of Mohbad. Of course, the previous probe, in fact, they didn't do anything. Up to today, what the police officers, what they told the world was an assumption. Preliminary investigation, according to the way they call it. And it was assumption. It was a third-party narrative. They went to the house, listened to Wunmi Adebanjo, and Wunmi Adebanjo told them what she wanted them to know. And that was the partner. That was the partner of a guy that suddenly died, a 26 years old that suddenly died mysteriously. And police officers, as equipped, as educated, as conversant with solving crimes as they were, they went to the same house, listened to number one suspect in the death of a so-called man, boyfriend or husband, and whatever she told them, they came to the public straight away to come and tell the public. They talk about bleeding profusely. Wunmi came out again and said, no, Mohbad was not bleeding. It was just a scanty blood stains. Then they should have asked Wunmi, why did you not tell us that Mohbad bled profusely before? That should have been a way between where the police force in Lagos State and Wunmi would have slugged it out to tell Wunmi, why did you lie to us that Mohbad bled profusely? Why did you make us to come to the public to come and tell them that Mohbad bled profusely? If you knew that Mohbad did not bleed, that it was only stains of blood that Mohbad had, why did you tell us he bled profusely? Why did you make us to look like fools to the public? No probe has been done. No probe has been done at all. No investigation has been done to the death of Mohbad. As far as we are concerned, the Lagos State government have placed an embargo on investigations into the death of Mohbad for the reasons best known to them. Sanwo-Olu came out and said Mohbad will not be the first to die. That is to say, many people like Mohbad have died. That is to say, many people on Lagos State, Lekki Toll Gate, they died and nothing happened. That is to say, many people were kidnapped and they died and nothing happened. That is to say, many people continue to die as a result of bad conditions of our roads and nothing happened. Therefore, Mohbad's death will not be extraordinary. But we are standing to tell Sanwo-Olu that Mohbad's death is extraordinary. Because Mohbad's death was peculiar. Mohbad's death was different. Mohbad did not die out of natural disaster. Mohbad did not die as a result of natural mishap. Mohbad died as a result of intent to kill, and he was killed because they wanted to kill him. He died in his house under the watch of Wunmi Adebanjo. That also make Mohbad's case peculiar. So there was no probe that was done at all. No investigation. Mohbad's case was not investigated by the Lagos State government and the police. They abandoned Mohbad's case up to today. And that's why the phone forensic has become no-go area. CCTV, Babu, arrested those in the house, isolate them, scrutinize them, and interrogate them to bring out the truth. Babu, nothing was done. It was not a manslaughter. It was a murder. It was not a manslaughter. If it was a manslaughter, 2 years would it have gone by without whosoever has committed that act coming out to tell us that it was not intentional. When you say manslaughter, it's like you are trying to pacify that heinous crime. The stand that those that killed Mohbad have taken for the past 2 years have gone beyond proving that case to be a manslaughter. It has become a murder case because whosoever perpetrated that evil have tried everything to cover up a track. And that changed it from manslaughter to a murder slaughter.
Mr. Vengeance, even if they want to use an excuse of manslaughter, let them come out and tell us what really happened. Then, in our investigation, we will identify whether it is manslaughter or not. Even if they are telling us it's manslaughter, okay, two fighting and one died in the process. Come and tell us this is what happened. Then we are going to narrow our investigation to what really happened in action. It is it's not going to be come and tell us, okay, let us admit or let us tentatively admit that it is manslaughter. Okay, narrate to us how the manslaughtering happened. Then we will be able to narrow our investigation and put our searchlight to how you target a manslaughter if it's not a murder. Because the case as it is, uh, you have really expatiated and explained to us at this particular hour what we need to know and where we need to look at. The clothes soaked with blood or done with whatever blood stain or whatever anybody can call it. I am seizing this opportunity. If I say to appeal, many people will be angry, but to Mohbad to come out is never too late. It is not over until it's finally over. Tell us the truth. You saw the clothes. You claim to have watched the clothes. And I'm sorry to say, you told me personally about the clothes. How you watched the clothes.
Jossy, please, what did she tell you personally about the clothes? If it's not for the public space, that's fine. If you don't want to say it,
Yeah,
that's
it's
fine.
not what the public says. It's not what you see. The the engagement and the investigation I carried out concerning this case, I know where I'm going, and I know at least to some extent what could have happened. But Mama Mohbad, the only thing that can give you internal rest, as in rest of mind for the rest of your life, is to let loose the truth. Speak out the truth. Let the world know what you are working with. Don't cover the uncoverable. Don't join. Look, even if it's going to cost your life, which I doubt, nothing can happen to you. If they are threatening you, it's going to cost your life. Laying down your life for your beloved son should never be too much. Just know that what everyone wants to hear from you is the truth, because we know the truth surrounding Mohbad's death lies within your chest. See why I told you a whole story. Adura told you his own story. Darosha also told you his own story. You are an embodiment of information. Mohbad, come out and save us all this stress and all these pains. We know we cannot cry more than the bereaved. Are you a bereaved soul? You lost a son, but you are not bereaved. We are crying more than you. We are struggling to get to the root of the matter more than you do. Mohbad, please and please, for the spirit of motherhood, for the sake of motherhood, give yourself a peace of mind by telling us the truth. You can never have another child like Mohbad. Let Adura be wasting his time. The only thing that can make Adura to have breakthrough is when you release all those secrets you know. If you don't reveal those secrets you know, forget it. Forget it. Forget it. There can never be another Mohbad in your family. There can never. Unless you tell us, why we are saying all this is just because we don't want to forget the one that concerns us, which is the criminal case and the case of murder or whatever, how Mohbad lost his life. We cannot open our eyes and they use DNA to substitute our concern of what killed Mohbad. The DNA is a family issue. We are still pursuing it on the other hand. But on the one hand, we must not forget that while we are together, why we have come to justice for Mohbad is to unravel the mystery and circumstances surrounding the death of Mohbad. Because in recent times, we noticed that call or that cry to unravel what killed Mohbad has become low, and the DNA noise has taken over. We must not leave one for one. The major concern to us is what and who and how Mohbad was killed. So it is at this stage where we must not keep quiet in trying to know, trying to unravel, and trying to expose the secrets surrounding the death of Mohbad. We are only interested in the DNA because some of us consider it to be a motive. And when it's done, if we are going to use it as a motive or not, we are going to know. If we are using it as a motive, we will know after then. If we are not going to use it as a motive, we will know after then. Then the family can do whatever they want to do with that DNA. But the DNA must be done under transparent conditions, under the condition that we are going to, under a trusted condition. That is what, and that is why we are interested in the DNA. But all in all, our interest, our concern is on circumstances and what led to death of Mohbad. We are not relenting, we are not keeping quiet, and we are not giving up until we get to the root of the matter, until we are convinced, until the agencies, the state, the authorities are able to tell us. Because we cried out that we wanted to know what killed Mohbad. The state agreed with us. The state agreed with us, and they written to the family. They called the father of Mohbad that the public is demanding that they needed to know what killed your son, and that the state is interested in unraveling the cause and circumstances surrounding the death. And if we want to do it, we are going to exhume that body from where you buried it. Are you giving us permission to go ahead? Are you giving us? The man said, I agree. They said, we are not going to act on verbal alone. There must be a document you are going to sign that you are permitting us. And they took the paper down to the man. And the man signed that, well, I am interested, like every member of the public, to know the cause and circumstance surrounding the death of my son. And he signed. Here we are after 2 years. Let us ask the state government, what have you come up with? Don't let us even talk about, okay, there are police investigation, there was a coroner inquest, at this junction, your promise to unravel what killed Mohbad before the exhumation. Here we are, like 26 months after, more than 2 years. What have you come up with, or what can we hold as a finding, or the findings that you can tell us to have come up with in the last 26 hours? We are saying this, saying that we are trading blames, forgetting the fact that in a case like this, the major actor, the particular person or group of persons that we can hold responsible is the government. The government is the one that can prosecute, is the one that can investigate, is the one that can go to any length to unravel a case like this. What has the government done for us? What has the police brought before us? I could remember, I think was it not November 2023 that we last had a kind of update from Nigerian police on the case of Mohbad. They've never come up again to tell us any update, to announce to us what the investigation they have carried out, or whatever findings they have come up with since almost 2 years. And we say, oh God. Well, Mr. Rangers, before we go into the second publication to round it up, you can say it.
All right. So the police failure is too obvious to be ignored, and I want to believe it was not a mistake. It was done intentionally, because if you commit an error and you are being given an opportunity to correct any error you have done, you will do it wholeheartedly. But the stand they have taken since Mohbad died has actually gone beyond reasonable point to prove that the Nigerian police, Lagos State, Abuja, whatever, Haji, they are all complicit to the death of Mohbad. And they are doing everything possible to frustrate the process. They are doing everything possible to protect the killer of Mohbad. They are doing everything possible to abuse the steadfastness
Thank you,
of the concerned citizens of Nigeria.
Thank you.
The concerned citizens of Nigeria. It is so obvious for us to ignore. They are acting as if Mohbad was not a Nigerian citizen and Mohbad did not pay his due. They were acting as if Mohbad was not even an African. Because we all saw what happened now. The Tinubu said they wanted to take over power in the Benin Republic. He sent fighter jet to Benin Republic. Please tell me, what is the relationship between Benin Republic and Nigeria? So you are telling me if Benin's, a citizen of Benin, was in danger, Tinubu will send fighter jet to go and protect a citizen of Benin. But a Nigerian citizen died mysteriously. And up to today, Tinubu and his entourage, including the civil police and whatever they call themselves, have not done anything to show any sympathy or readiness to give that boy justice. So meaning that whatever they have done by neglecting to treat where Mohbad died as a crime scene, by doing phone forensic, by exploring the CCTV storage and footage, was done intentionally. So they were acting under the order of whosoever they are protecting, not to pursue the case of Mohbad rigorously and vigorously. And that is a shame. That is a shame on the Nigerian police. That's why I get angry when this useless Yomifabi will come up and tell you police is working 1,002%. AIG is working 1,005%. Are you stupid? The police that for 2 years have not come up to give us updated investigative reports about Mohbad case, and you are trying to tell us it's working 1,200%. But I understand Yomifabi is nothing but a pocket right activist working for his own pocket, and therefore he will say anything. In fact, Yomi has become an advocate of APC government, trying to tell us how Tinubu is working, how police is working on justice for Mohbad. A big fool, for that matter. That's who Yomi is. So police failed completely. I will not be part of those useless idiots and bigots that will be blaming Baba Mohbad. Baba Mohbad should have done this, Baba Mohbad should have done that, and the one they have done now have yielded nothing. Yomi have collected over 60 million naira in justice for Mohbad. What has it brought out to the public from that 60 million naira? The underground, overground, what have they done? What have they achieved? Even the Barrister Williams, what has he done? And those that supported him, what have they done? Nothing. They have all seen what is at stake.
Who is
Nothing.
Barrister Williams again? Who is Barrister Williams again? No?
Whatever I call him, the Barrister what? The one that these people are talking about the other time.
Oh, is it Maxwell?
Maxwell, yes. What have they done now? Nothing. Everybody has disappeared. That is to say, you are fighting against enemies that are bigger than you. And you need to give Baba Mohbad the slack.
Oh, Maxwell.
You You need to give Baba Mohbad a slack. But these idiots will not do that. Everything is about Baba Mohbad. Police officers are not worthy to be called out. The government are not worthy to be called out. Those that kill Mohbad are not worthy to be called out. Baba Mohbad is a
Thank you, Guitars. Thank you.
I'm an idiot. What happened to the partner? Why is the partner not arrested? I'm asking you. All over the world, when a partner dies, either the other partner is present or not present, the other partner will assume the position of number one suspect. I'm going to say that again. All over the world, either you are in Africa, sub-Saharan Africa, over-Saharan Africa, or anywhere in the world, when a partner dies, number one suspect is another partner. Either she was there or she was not there. He or she will become number one suspect. What happened to Wunmi Adebanjo being treated as number one suspect in the death of Mohbad, rather than treating Wunmi Adebanjo as number one suspect? What did they do?
Thank you, ma. Thank you, Guitar, Mamachi, Watch.
Anything I said here is what I should be held responsible and not Jossy. What happened to the partner of Mohbad since Mohbad died? What she has enjoyed so far is what we call immunity. The only people that have been given authority by law to enjoy immunity are those that are politically elected into a political post. But Wunmi Adebanjo is nobody. She's not even a councillor. She's not even a chairman. She's not a chairperson. She's nothing.
Not even all political, all elected political office holders.
God bless, not even all of them. Not even all of them. But now, Wunmi Adebanjo, number one suspect in the killing of her own so-called husband or boyfriend or sex mate, is enjoying the immunity of Lagos State government. Why is that so? Are you trying to tell us that you are the one that sent her to go and kill Mohbad for you? Are you trying to tell us that Wunmi Adebanjo is an agent of the government? Are you trying to tell us that you gave her that assignment to carry out successfully? And that was why you people visited Wunmi Adebanjo and you are giving her millions of naira? What is happening? Why is Wunmi not being treated as a suspect? Why is Wunmi not being treated as a suspect in the death of Mohbad? This is the question to Sanwo-Olu, AIG, and the CP of Lagos State, whatever you people call yourself. You people are monumental failure. Why are you treating her like a royalty? Why are you giving her immunity? A woman whose husband died mysteriously under her nose, and you are giving her preferential treatment on top waiting. I've never seen this thing in my life. Why? Why is it not being treated? Why is it not being interrogated? Yomi said, and they declare Wunmi wanted, and yet Wunmi was getting police officers guiding her all around Lagos State. Police officers. Wunmi was declared wanted by Yomi Fabiyi, but when they were having this award, Wunmi was pocketing in the presence of Sanwo-Olu, and yet she was declared wanted. So why are you treating Wunmi as someone that has done you favor? The Lagos State government should come out clean. Were you the one that sent Wunmi to go and kill Mohbad for you? What did you have with Mohbad? That what celebrating the number one suspect in his death that you have been protecting all around? What is Wunmi doing? What is her position in Lagos State? What is the relationship between Sanwo-Olu and Wunmi? What is the relationship between Wunmi Adebanjo and the AIG? Whose order are you people following to be protecting Wunmi Adebanjo? A woman that was supposed to be scrutinized, interrogated as the killer of Mohbad. What a country. What a country. And the country has become a shadow of itself, courtesy of your useless and lackadaisical attitude. There was once a country called Nigeria. It's a shame that you are calling yourself police officers, you are calling yourself governor of Lagos State, and people are dying like ants under your watch. And you don't care. You don't care. You don't give a hoot. Useless people at the end of affairs. Those that were not supposed to smell the power corridor, they are now the ones that are taking charge of the affairs of their citizens. Shame on all of you. Shame, shame, shame on all of you. When you have drug barons and those that are mentally unstable, controlling the power of the nation or controlling the power of the state. That's what you get. No accountability, no transparency, no sense of service. All they have to do is to cut money of Nigeria away and take it abroad. Very useless idiot. You turn a murderer to a celebrity. But people that are working diligently, you turn them to slaves. You are celebrating killer. You are celebrating killer. We see that Adebanjo is working free in Lagos State. And those that are asking for judgment, they are being what? They are being victimized. They are being petitioned. They are being incarcerated. What did Sansojom do? You hijack him, you kidnap him, and you lock him away for 4 months. And say you say you are governing a state. Rubbish. Wunmi is a suspect. In fact, from everything we have seen so far, Wunmi Adebanjo killed Mohbad. And to people otherwise, what I'm saying is what I'm saying. This is not Guresi. This is me that is saying it. So if you want to hold anybody responsible, come and hold me responsible. Wunmi Adebanjo killed Mohbad from everything we have seen so far. Until proven otherwise, you want to see CCTV, you want to see the phone forensic, you want to see Mohbad, you want to see when the nurse administered those injections to Mohbad. Yes, we want to see it. We want to see when the nurse administered that injections to Mohbad. While is embargo placed on phone forensic? Who are you protecting? The government of Lagos State. Why are you telling us you cannot do phone forensic? When this politician died in Lagos State from Ondo State, what happened? You people, the police officer, they did phone forensic, they did everything. What is happening to Mohbad's case? Why are you protecting Wunmi Adebanjo? Police failure in case of Mohbad cannot be overemphasized. They are following the order, and the order is to protect Wunmi Adebanjo at all costs, knowing fully well she killed Mohbad. What happened to autopsy and toxicology? You didn't take it anywhere. The same format you use for the autopsy and toxicology, the same format you wanted to use for DNA. Shame on you.
Thank you.
Adura said nobody saw my brother. Adura said nobody saw my brother on Monday, 12 noon. So how did the nurse come around to treat Mohbad on Tuesday, 12:30? Is that not a question? The other said Mohbad was smelling. Before a dead body will start smelling, it must be at least 24 hours. At least 24 hours. That's when it takes for a dead body to start smelling. At least 24 hours after demise. But in case of Mohbad was said to have died 3:20, according to Lagos State Police. But by 7 o'clock that same day, Mohbad was already smelling. And you people, are you not ashamed of yourself? You are insulting our common intelligence as Nigerians. You are insulting our common intelligence as law-abiding citizens of Nigeria. You should be all ashamed of yourself. We say Mohbad died in the hospital, Mohbad died at home, Mohbad died in the car, Mohbad died on the bike, Mohbad died at different places. Very bloody liar. Driver said Mohbad died though. They said Mohbad died 9 o'clock. That Mohbad was already dead. You people rush out 3 a.m. You did not tell us why you rush out. What happened 3 a.m. on Monday? You didn't tell us. The nurse said he came 2:30 to come and treat who was already dead by Monday 3 a.m. That was who the nurse also came to come and... Was it the ghost of Mohbad that the nurse came to inject? Lagos State government. Your shame, they shame people. Your shame is shameless. My God will punish all of you. All right, General Grace, carry on.
Thank you very much. Thank you for all you do. Thank you. A lot of narratives, but one thing I am happy with and one thing I glorify God with is that the spirit of Mohbad that entered his mother, that made her, after she has been coached, after she has been tutored to claim that Mohbad died on Monday, on 3 different occasions, unknowingly, she said Monday. No, it was not under interrogation. She was not under any influence, and she was not under duress. She said it, the spirit of Mohbad that wanted us to know the truth entered into the mother. And the mother was saying, Ọjọ́ Monday yẹn, Ọjọ́ Monday yẹn, Ọjọ́ Monday yẹn, on 3 different times.
Confirmed 3 times. Monday.
So that alone is enough for the government, for any interested and every justice fighter to build our argument on. But whether we like it or not, whether anybody likes it or not, the truth will definitely one day be exposed. We expose the truth. We expose everything. God, Mohbad, will not let the killers go unpunished. Thank you. That is that on the first publication. And let me remind us that don't think Nigerians or people are no longer interested in this case. I got a renewed hope when immunizer came out and I saw the caliber and the number of people that were on that live listening, addressing, and talking about Mohbad case. Then I was like, God. So it is not us alone. Once again, appreciate Immunizer for coming and for standing on the truth in this case. And also, Sister Folashade, I have not spoken to her, but I want to thank her for standing for truth. Even if your sister is not or may not be happy with what you are doing, but for the fact that you are standing on the truth, for the fact that you want the world to know the truth, God will continue to bless you, God will continue to protect you, and God will continue to strengthen you. Don't give up. Don't give up. Continue saying your truth. One day, the truth you are speaking out, the truth you are spilling out will definitely elevate you. It will elevate you, and God will always be there for you. Thank you very much. On the second publication, which is regarding the DNA, that in your word, Emperor Joseph Aloba wrote through his lawyer. It says, I'll read from the Punch. Mohbad's father, DNA, Mohbad's father seeks transparent testing. That is, the father is calling for a transparent DNA testing. It was written and published last Monday. No, it was published on Tuesday. Yeah, last Tuesday. It reads thus. Joseph Waloba.
Forward. It should have been issued death within the confinement of the families involved. But let me take us back to the memory lane. When the issue of the DNA was mentioned by VDM, what happened to the VDM? They brought out the nude of VDM, if you remember. As soon as VDM mentioned the issue of DNA, the power that be, those that masterminded the killing of Mohbad, they intimidated VDM, they threatened him, and they brought out his nude. In fact, Karimo said, if VDM mentioned anything about the DNA again, that she was going to sue VDM for 300 million naira court case. And then one began to wonder, why was the DNA becoming so serious? A DNA that people do every day. A DNA that is non-invasive procedure. A DNA that it wouldn't take a twinkle of an eye before you know what's up. But
I wonder
when it comes to issue of the DNA of that boy called Liam, it became a World War III. Why? What is the special thing about that DNA of that boy that they don't want the world to know? What is the secret behind that fine boy that must be held in total secrecy and obscurity. Why are they making a wall around the DNA saga? Why is the DNA saga becoming non-penetratable aspect of justice for Mohbad? It is very simple. What are you hiding? What are you hiding about the DNA? Why don't you want the world to know the paternity of that young boy? What is so special about the paternity of that young boy that you don't want the world to know? Why are you protecting the paternity of that young boy? You claim Mohbad was the father and Mohbad is no longer alive. Why don't you want the family of Mohbad to get to know if that boy belongs to Mohbad or not? Why? Tó fi dogun, tó fi dìjà. Where is the placenta of that boy? As far as we know, as has been confirmed by producer of Aloba, the family of Aloba never had access to placenta of that boy up till now. We don't know what happened to the placenta. Maybe it was fried. Maybe it was turned to medications. Maybe it was buried. Maybe it was swallowed. Maybe it was thrown into an ocean. Nobody knew what happened to the placenta. Yorùbá dẹ̀ sọ pé òkè òkú lòkú rè.
Ó sì wà ní Koru. Ó wà ní Koru. Ó wà ní Koru.
Yorùbá dẹ̀ sọ pé òkè òkú lòkú rè. Bàbá ọmọ ló lọ́mọ. Even Mohbad, while he was alive, said he did not know what they did with the placenta. How would the placenta of a boy, of my child, be handled? And I will not even know what happened to the placenta of my child. And you said that boy belongs to me. In Yoruba land, that is a red flag. That on its own is a red flag.
Vengeance. Where I came from, I think Emperor Joseph Aloba is an extremely nice and calm man. Where I came from, your first one, you don't hand over the placenta to the father, and you expect the father to be present at the naming, or you want the father to accept that child into the family. You are joking. You must be joking. Where you take the placenta to, I need to know. I must know. You must tell me. Even in the court, they dodged that question. They dodged the answer. Till date, nobody knew how and what was done with the placenta. What a slap. What an insult. Carry on, Mr. Vengeance. You are welcome, Daddy. Thank you. We can see your thanks, but it's not expected. Thank you, sir. Emma Soro Baba is here. Any message you want to pass across to him, you can tell him. He's listening. Thank you.
So like I was saying, even up to today, nobody knows where the placenta is. And I'm even happy you said, even in court, they could still not unravel the location of the placenta, even in court. And that is the mystery. Everybody knows, you be baba ọmọ, olo man take care placenta ọmọ. Baba ọmọ, kò mọ ibi tí placenta wà. Baba ọmọ, kò tún mọ ibi tí placenta wà. Then the question is now, you're welcome, Emperor. The question is now, ṣé máa meet daddy now? Àbí wọ́n fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ ni? Àbí máa meet wọn náà?
I just want to appreciate everyone of you.
Okay.
Just want to greet everyone. Good morning,
Daddy,
everybody. Yeah.
need to ask you, sir. You can join the conversation, sir.
What I'm trying to say is to just appreciate every one of you. Because nígbà tó bá ń rẹ̀ mí báyìí, tí bá ń rí àwọn tó ń sọ mind mi, I'll be so glad to join them. I just want to appreciate every one of you because it's not common. What is happening is not common. Over 2 years now, people are still standing by me. Really, majority have left me, but I can see some people. So by seeing you people still standing by my side, I was so happy this morning. So I'm praying to every one of you that lágbára Ọlọ́run ní fi irú ẹ̀ gbà o, ayọ̀ lẹ máa fi gbà lágbára Ọlọ́run. So inú mi dùn láti máa gbọ́ bí àwọn èèyàn ṣe ti wà ní ha tèmi tó sì mọ̀ pé òtítọ́ ni mo gbé dání tí mo dẹ̀ ń sọ fún àwọn tí a ṣí níyè. So ẹ ṣé gan ni. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Eshegon, sir. You can do more of listening to us, sir, because we don't want it to look like this platform is being influenced by you or by anybody. We are just saying our mind, and we want our truth to be known to everybody. Ẹ ṣé gan sir, Ọlọ́run á túbọ̀ dì yín mú. Don't be troubled. We are more than this behind you, and we stand gidigba to support you, come rain, come thunder. Thank you very much. Ẹ lè máa gbọ́ sálẹ̀ sir. Ẹ ṣé sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, Emperor Joseph Aloba. So, like I was saying, so it's a red flag that neither the father nor the grandfather nor any member of the family of a member of Aloba knows where the placenta of their acclaimed grandchild is till today. That is a red flag. We can only make we can only make a common inference from that the placenta of the boy must have been given to the real father, and it was the real father that took care of that placenta. There's nowhere in the world, except in Western world, where the placentas are not given to the parent normally, because they converted on point. Please, can you mute, please? Because they normally convert the placenta for medicinal purposes. But in Africa and Nigeria in particular, it is the father of this child or the family of the father of the child that takes care of the placenta of their own child or grandchild. But in case of Liam, up to today, no family of Aloba can boast and beat his chest or her chest that he or she was the one that took care of Liam's placenta. So where is that placenta? And like I said, we can only make an inference that the placenta of the boy was given to the real father of the child to take care of it, because that is the custom and tradition in Yoruba land and even in Igbo land. You cannot give somebody placenta to another person, and that was why the placenta was not handed over to Aloba family. Even let's leave that. They went to naming ceremony. After a few minutes, they told the family of the acclaimed father to leave the place because they were too much. The place was becoming too hot. They told them, take your own rice and go to the hotel. We didn't want you to stay in the house. I've never heard such in my life. You tell our family ọkọ, our family bàbá ọlọ́mọ, ẹni kí wọ́n kó nínú ilé, pé kí wọ́n máa lọ sí hòtẹ́ẹ̀lì, pé kí wọ́n lọ máa ṣe tiwọn lóòtẹ́ẹ̀lì. Pé ẹ lè jẹ́ kí wọ́n dúró sínú ilé. I've never heard it in my life. Tí family bàbá tí ó bá wá sínú ilé wá ṣe ìkómọ fún ọmọ, ẹjọ́ ta ló wà ńbẹ̀? Ẹ sọ fún mi. Ta wá ló fẹ́ wà ńbẹ̀? Ta ló fẹ́ wà ńbẹ̀ gbà tẹ́ bá lé family bàbá ọlọ́mọ jáde? Okay, ta wá ló wà ńbẹ̀ tẹ́ fi lé family bàbá ọlọ́mọ jáde? Ta lẹ expect kó wá? Who are you expecting? So we could also make a normal inference that you people expected and invited the real father of the child to come into the house to come and finish up the naming ceremony of their words, of their charming prince. And that was why you sent another family that thought they were the one that owned the child. You sent them away because you did not want them to oversee to the naming ceremony of somebody else's child. That was what happened. And you didn't even stop there. It did not stop there. They said, Ìyá Mohbad àti ìyá Mohbad, wọ́n tún kaṣọ sọ́rùn, wọ́n wọṣọ, wọ́n kólé, wọ́n kọ́nà wípé ẹ ká lọ ṣe omúgọ̀ fún ọmọ wa tí wọ́n ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bí. Àwọn ẹni ẹlẹ́ni pé ẹ ká lọ ṣe alájọlọ́mọ, agbọ́mọjọ́lọ́mọ, kọ́wọ́ lómi o, kìnìkan. They said when they got there, they did not allow them to touch even the baby. They turned them to uninvited guests. That is, ta ló fi ìwé pè yín? Mo gbọ́ mo yà, ẹ yọjú hàn. Ta ló sọ wípé yín lẹ lọ́mọ? That's what they told them with their attitude. They said Yatunde even wanted to beat Ìyá Mohbad. For doing what? For coming around to take care of ọmọ ẹ̀. Yatunde wanted to beat her up. They said them packing. Wọ́n tún lé wọn jáde again wípé àníṣe ẹ̀yin kẹ́ lọ lọ́mọ. It's as simple as that. You don't need, let me say, there are different ways of communications. We have non-verbal and verbal ways of communication. They pass out information to them non-verbally that way you are not invited because ọmọ ọlọ́mọ lẹ fẹ́ wá tọ́jú. Ó dẹ̀ ṣòro ká gbé ọmọ ọlọ́mọ fún yín pé kẹ́ máa wẹ̀ ẹ́. So possible ni ẹ lè máa wẹ̀ ọmọ ọlọ́mọ, ẹ kó ẹrù yín, ẹ kó angara yín, ẹ máa lọ. They said they waited for few days and they left in shame because they did not allow them to touch the baby. The acclaimed baby of Aloba. jẹ́ káwọn family aloba wọ́n fọwọ́ kan jẹ́ kí family ìyàwó aloba gan jẹ́ kí wọ́n fọwọ́ kan. Now tell me níbo lọmọ ti attach mọ́ aloba ń gbà yẹn dẹ̀ àwọn aloba wa lọ́jọ́ naming ceremony lé wọn jáde ìyàwó aloba ìyá Mohbad ó tún wá ní ọjọ́ tí ó ṣe naming ceremony tún lé wọn jáde. That is why you are telling them, I say, don't come and touch this baby. This baby does not belong to Aloba. This baby has his own father, and you are not part of the members of the father. You send them away. You send them away. And the king, Baba of the baby, now died mysteriously. And you are saying you cannot allow the DNA to be done. You want the court order. Yabojo came out. Yabojo said, hello, back court order. We'll go and do this DNA in 3 different countries. And today, Wunmi Adebanjo and our legal practitioners, they are standing in court against taking the sample of Mohbad out of the country.
Thank you, Mr. Vengeance. Thank you.
Is that not
juju? Really though. Thank you.
That's juju now. I love the stand that Baba Aloba is taking. Transparency. The DNA must be done with total transparency, with no fear or favor. The whole world must be able to see that not only does the boy look like Mohbad, but the boy must be Mohbad, and it must be proven beyond reasonable doubt. Baba has said it several times. He's not afraid of doing DNA. In fact, he does not have anything to prove. It is Wunmi that asked the whole world to prove that the boy belongs to Mohbad because she wants to attach Aloba to the name of that boy forcefully. And the family has done the right thing. That Mohbad is not legally married to you. And since Mohbad is not legally married to you, you don't have the right to attach the name of Aloba to your name. So Wunmi does not have any right to be Aloba. They asked Wunmi in the court, what is your name? Wunmi said, my name is Wunmi Cynthia Adebanjo. Wunmi never called herself Aloba. So any court document where you are seeing Aloba attached to Wunmi, it was just a borrowed document. And they just wanted the world to see Wunmi as Aloba. Wunmi was never Aloba, and she will never become Aloba unless she wants to marry Adura or she wants to marry Mohbad in Mog. Thank you, and God bless you.
Yes, thank you. Your submission anytime, any day is always it's always a ginger. It always ginger my spirit. And at no time, if you are giving permission, a whole day is not enough for you to give your submission, but we just need to save time. As you know, in Nigeria at times, the data, you must either save your data or because light might go off, your phone might run down. That is why we just need to, if not, I will have at least gone out to watch a football match, then come back while you are still talking. And, there is never a minute that is lost or that someone cannot gain something when you are giving your submission. I appreciate you 100 times. I appreciate you 1 million times. I appreciate you every now and then. Ajay Wade, over to you, ma. Thank you. Happy weekend and enjoy your weekend.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning to all the panelists. General Vengeance, thank you so much.
Alada, Emma Binuma, salam alaikum. Agbaya ni Baba Guresi yẹn. Wọ́n ò jẹ́ kí n kí everybody. Wọ́n ṣàjẹ́ ń kí yẹn náà ká tó gbé microphone fún yín. Wọ́n sì mọ̀ pé àtòkù Ọ̀yọ́ mo ti wá.
Ọmọọba.
So, good morning, everybody. Thank you so much, General Guresi and Vengeance as well. God bless you. You actually touch everywhere. And on a lighter mode, Liam's placenta has become the Gouda ultimate search. We are looking for Liam's placenta. Anyway, Baba Mohbad, good morning, Baba mi. God bless you, sir. Sherry, Emma Foya, Emma Fokon, Emma Jakoko Inche Roy. For the fact that you are standing on the truth, you are staying on the truth. Tebatin we Eric pe lolong eje le awon eyan to ma duro tin. Iwonba wa to ku ise ta wa lori the right path, listening and knowing the fact of this case. Ni je ko tu fowo lagba yin loju lelekeji. because it's as if that they want to slap one slap ọmọ yín lójú lákọ̀ọ́kọ́ while he was alive. Nígbà tó tún kú tán, wọ́n tún ready láti tún slap ẹlẹ́lẹ́kejì. And that is not going to happen. And we want to bless those people, the Lagosians, for the truth and justice. Thank you so much for standing on the truth. Thank you. Thank you for Yobani Akin Wiksibe Akin Wisibe Kakusibe. Thank you for saying the obvious and stating the obvious. Even if the government, the Lagos state government see the obvious, they know the obvious, they know the truth, but they decided to turn a blind eye to all what is happening concerning Mohbad's case. Thank you that we have people that they are not even talking, they are silent watchers. They are listening and they want to know what exactly the government want to do when it comes to Mohbad case. One lajú wọ́n rí, wọ́n jẹ́ rí pé nǹkan tí wọ́n ṣe yìí kò bá kò dá, kò jẹ́ ṣe nǹkan tó bẹ̀tọ̀ lọ lórí Lagos State. Nílẹ̀ ilẹ̀ káàrọ̀ òjíire, especially to the all southwest. Nílẹ̀ tí gbogbo wa jẹ́ pé Yorùbá ni gbogbo wa. Tó bá pọ́ mọ àjèjì lẹ ṣe rú ẹ̀ fún, a nítorí pọ́ mọ àjèjì ni. Kàmọ́ à sọ pé n tó jẹ́ ẹ̀jẹ̀ tiwa, tó jẹ́ tiwa gangan, a jẹ́ pé wa lọ́mọlúàbí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. This is just uncalled for. Why are we doing this to ourselves? Ṣé torí pé Baba Mohbad is a carpenter? Is it because Mohbad comes from a poor home? He doesn't have somebody that is going to stand for him? Tó bá pé ọmọ Fẹ́mi Ọ̀tọ́dọ́lá lẹ ṣerú nǹkan báyìí fún, by now you would have given that boy justice. Tó bá pé ọmọ Dangote ni, you would have done the same thing for the person. But why? Why is Baba Mohbad different? Ṣé àkín lówó kàmkàlá ẹni tó bá lówó lẹ́jẹ̀ lọ́rùn ó lè má lówó lọ́wọ́? Ṣùgbọ́n ẹ̀jẹ̀ ràn nínú vein ẹ̀. Ọ̀nà ìlówó ìjẹ̀lẹ̀ pààyàn lẹ́ṣẹ̀ ìṣídà. Him not having money will not change him, will not change his name. He will remain Joseph Oluwabamiwo Aloba. Owó ni kò ní, ṣùgbọ́n ó ní orúkọ, and that name will continue to be with him. You can't take that right from him. He is the one asking for the DNA of that child. Lagos State kọ́ ló fún Wùmí lóyún now. Àfi tí Lagos State bá sọ fún wa páwọn làwọn fún Wùmí lóyún nìkan ló kù. Lọ́ṣẹ̀ rò páwọn làwọn lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ láti ṣe DNA ọmọ lọ́mọ. Liam wants to claim that he's from Lagos State. Liam wants to claim that he's from Aloba's family. And the only person that has the sole right to do that is Baba Aloba. He is the one that is right. It's the right person to do it. Kí ló dé tí DNA DNA Liam wá dogun tí Wùmí sá kìjokìjo. From the onset, if she is a truthful partner, a partner that is not tí ò ṣe ṣìnà kiri, kí ló lè nínú DNA tó jẹ́ pé na water. I was reading it on Twitter yesterday when a lady gave birth to twins. Immediately, no announced that DNA ọmọ was done 100% because woman advocates pé tóbìnrin bá ti bímọ káwọn ọkùnrin máa ṣe DNA àwọn ọmọ wọn because of gbogbo nonsense tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ káàkiri ilé ayé yìí náà ni. And for the people that are supporting her, I won't blame them. I won't blame them. Maybe they did the same thing to their husband. I want to go male for Connie. That's why I will stay with somebody that cannot even stand up to protect that young boy, to rewrite the name of that boy in the whole world. Mama yoki shomale don't sacrifice for DNA. But no, Emma Jeka Emma Jeka Beru. Baba Aloba will not pay for any DNA that is going to be supervised by the government because he will call after. The government dojú wa bolẹ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀mẹ́wàá. The government talk about sample Mohbad tí wọ́n gbé lọ síbi kankan tọ́tọ̀ wá. The same government that announced that they took that sample to NMS. When we got there, the NMS confirmed it. Ipe àwọn ò rí sample Mohbad. And up till now, the government cannot even debunk it. They didn't even write anything against yes or lórí. Check our police tí wọ́n ti ẹ̀ sọ síta. They can't even come out and give us the court told us that the police should go back and go and do more investigation. Since July, they've not even come out to tell us anything, any other investigation they've done. Even since last 2 years, 34 preliminary reports. All these things are the things that will not allow us, as a public, to even trust the government. We are not going to trust them. We are not trusting them on anything, not even the DNA of Liam. And that man, Baba Aloba, will not going to use his money to pay for that DNA. Torí result tẹ́ fẹ́ gbé wá fún ẹ ti kọ sílẹ̀. Sample tẹ́ fẹ́ mú lọ ẹ ti mú sílẹ̀. Táwa ni ta lọ dẹ̀. Kì í ṣe ọ̀dẹ̀ má fi nù wá jẹ. We Nigerians are one of the smartest and intelligent people in the whole world. Gbogbo wa la lọ́pọlọ. With everything shenanigans that is surrounding Mohbad's death. Gbogbo wa la mọ̀ pé nǹkan ṣe ọmọ yẹn nínú ilé ni. Mohbad nǹkan ṣe ọmọ yẹn ní on the 11th of September 2023. Because I can't even understand why a whole day activities will be erased from a person's life. On the 11th. And you want us to believe that that boy died on the 12th? No, we can't. Even then, tó wà nílé ìwòsàn tó ní cancer tó ní kíní, tó bá kú ẹ̀kan tó máa kú, wọ́n máa kọ nǹkan tó ṣe last wọ́n máa kọ síbẹ̀. But no, in Mohbad's case, wọ́n ò rí kọ̀kọ̀kọ̀ fún. Ẹ dẹ̀ fẹ́ ká believe pé gbogbo Monday kọ́ ló kú. Ẹ fẹ́ ká believe pé wọ́n pa sínú ilé ni. Lagos State, you can do better. You can do better. You need to put that trust back in people, to let us know that you are not shielding anybody. Why then shielding Wunmi? Why are you protecting Wunmi? Wunmi that was supposed to be treated as a suspect. Embo Kakiri, you are covering for her. And if you can't believe you are doing the right thing. Please, everybody that are on the right course, that are supporting true justice, everything we are doing, we are doing it for ourselves, we are doing it for our generation. Torí pé tó bá ṣẹlẹ̀ sẹ́nì kọ̀ọ̀kan ni wọ́n láwọn ò ní jẹ́ ká burú ṣẹlẹ̀ sí wa, ta ló fẹ́ dúró fún wa? Tá ò bá lè dúró fún mẹ̀kúnnù ara wa, somebody that is voiceless, you cannot stand for them. Who is going to stand for them? We are doing this, we are standing with Babaloba because we want our voices to be heard. We want the government to know that we can check balance them. We can check them whenever they are doing something that is not right. We can tell them that we want a sane and justice society. Injustice for one is injustice for everybody. And they can stand the gidigba with this man. This man needs us now because he's fighting the establishment. He's fighting the establishment, he's fighting the government. Because Babaloba, ìjà wọn nìkan kọ́ ló ń jà. Ìjà gbogbo ìlú ló ń jà. Ìpè ẹni tí ò bá lówó lọ́wọ́, ó jẹ́ kó lẹ́nu. Ẹni tí ò bá lówó lọ́wọ́, ó deserve protection. Ẹni tí ò bá lówó lọ́wọ́, ó deserve justice. That is what we are calling for. That is what we are saying. It is not people that is in the corridor of power. Nicola deserve justice. It is not the people that has money. Nicola deserve justice. Everybody are equal. We are equal in the hands of God. We are equal in the hands of justice. We want our judicial system to do the right thing. We are calling on the government to do the right thing. We are not backing down. The Mohbad case kò ní lọ until the right thing is being done. Táwọn tó bá rò pé bí a máa sọ lọ́dún kan, ọdún méjì, ọdún mẹ́ta ó máa tán, ẹ̀tàn ayé ni sẹ́. This case is going to be going on until the right thing is being done. We are not backing down. Bàbá, Ọlọ́run fún yín lókun àtagbára. Nǹkan kò ní ṣe yín, ààbò Ọlọ́run á wà pẹ̀lú yín. Ẹ lọ fọkàn balẹ̀. Àwọn tá à ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí, àwọn míì wà tí wọ́n tiẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ rárá. Tí wọ́n dúró tì yín tipátipá. We will continue to stand with you and we continue to be fighting until the Lagos State government do the right thing. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for standing for the truth. God bless us. And if you will ìgbà, if you tí gbogbo wo ní sílé, wọn ní ṣí wọn ní gbé wá sọ́dọ̀ wa lágbára Ọlọ́run. Thank you and God bless you. God bless everybody.
Thank you, ma. Thank you, ma. Thank you, ma, for everything. Omova, you want to go now?
Madam, God bless you, man. I want to leave. I got something I'm trying to supervise regarding to my end.
Okay.
Madam, the speaker, you have spoken. All the speakers have spoken well, and we recognize you as a good citizen of Nigeria. Mo believe pé bí tọ́rọ̀ Mohbad dé, tó bá ní the 100 million public interest, good citizen of this country, let me say precisely, the Southwest alone are ready to contribute that money. Let justice not be selective. Let justice be done. Nobody should take me as an omoba and I should become a nuisance to the community. No. No, a lady can say maybe she, whatever, she can maneuver everything. The earlier speaker before this is our mother that spoke now, spoke everything. That is why I don't want to parabolate. Let me just go straight to the point. Wọ́n ní ìyá mi mo wà láyé mi ò sí láyé ìyá mi ò lásẹ̀sì sọmọ mi ogun ló máa pàyà ọmọ yẹn àtọmọ yẹn fúnra ẹ̀. Let's face reality. Lagos State, you have not been biased, but you are biased on this Mohbad case. I'm not in diaspora, I'm in Nigeria. You can come for me. You are biased. Ọ̀rọ̀ dọ́kítọ̀ àmọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ṣe.
Ọmọlé yín kò rojú.
Come àbọ̀ náà ṣé mi ń sá ni. You know me, you know who I am now. Ọmọ ọba ni mí, warrior ni mí, ìran ojo oúnjẹ, ọmọ ọjọ́ kì í joyè ilé bàbá mi àti ilé ìyá àti ilé bàbá. Wọ́n wà so curious lórí kẹ́sì bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà. wọ́n wà so curious lórí kẹ́ẹ̀sì doctor ní Sùúrùlérè just to mention but few why tí Mohbad tẹ̀ ṣe take care up DNA test tí Mohbad a máa ṣe ní England a máa ṣe ní UK a máa ṣe ní Canada tó bá ṣe pé £1 lẹ̀dá kan ní tó pera ẹ̀ lọ́mọlúàbí gidi ó gbọ́dọ̀ contribute sí ifun àwa tá àti ìmọ̀ tá máa jẹ láàárọ̀ yìí gan a máa dá £2 I will not be the least. That our mother, she has spoken the truth, nothing but the truth. Nothing but the truth. Ṣé dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé òtítọ́ ó máa ń fìyà jẹni ni o, kì í pààyàn o. Òtítọ́ máa ń fìyà jẹni. Tẹ́ bá rí pé àwọn àwa, kí má láwọn àwa ẹlẹ́sìn ìbílẹ̀, wọ́n ní ìwọ ìmọ̀ pààyàn ni, èèwọ̀ máa pọ́n ni lásán ni. Why tó ṣe ń disturb máa yẹn ní more than evidence. Number one, corona inquest ẹ lọ court ẹ stop ẹ kí nìdí ta ló stop ẹ ta ló finance ẹ. Corona inquest has a lot of things to do to determine what happened to the death of anybody. Àìgbé ìbò yìí nìkan náà ni. Corona inquest will determine even before the DNA. And when the corpse kílẹ̀ wí mò ń gbọ́dọ̀ yẹn sọ tẹ́ fẹ́ sọ.
ẹ sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe lè sọ ẹ jákè mú òyìnbó kí oògùn ẹ̀rẹ̀ wí òyìnbó kí òòṣà ẹ sọ yìí tẹ́ mọ̀ gbogbo wa gbọ́.
Àgbàyà ní dádì àgbàyà ní I'm very very sure. So now after ìgbà tó lọ exhume corpse yẹn ṣe mọ̀ pé wọ́n bá fresh blood ń bẹ̀ ṣókù ń ṣẹ̀jẹ̀ lára lórí wound ni tí òun ṣe mú tí òun ṣe tí automatically bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn ò tí ì kú. Automatically bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn ò tí ì kú tán fi sín. Wọ́n wá fi ń lágbára wò lára kọ́ lè kíìlì kéèsì yẹn. Ọmọ Nàìjíríà ọmọ kóòtù òjìrì ànígbà. Bàbá Mohbad lè má lówó o. Bọ̀ kí náà ń pè lówó gan? Ṣá àmọ́ tán ń pè lówó ṣá? Ìfọ̀kànbalẹ̀ lówó. Nítorí tó bá ti lè mú gàárì that you are contented with it without groundnut or even without groundnut, even without sugar, and you didn't cry to the neighbor that you have not eaten. You are contented, you are blessed, you are rich. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń dúró ti bàbá yẹn Elédùmarè á dúró tì yín o. Ẹ ní ṣe lásán. Ẹ ní bí máa nù o. Gbogbo wa pátápátá ní bí máa nù. N tá a bá ní la fi ń tọ́ ọmọ ẹni. Mo bímọ ó yàtọ̀ fún mo tọ́ ọmọ o. Gbogbo abímọ lè tọ́ wọn ó jìyà o. Bàbá yẹn ó jẹ́ ó máa yé wa. I has a proof kóun rán ọmọ òun nílé ìwé. Bàbá Gùrẹ́sì lè jẹ́rìí díẹ̀ nù wà mí. That's the kind of person I am. Njó bá ti lè rí gold trophy kan wájú mi. Oúnjẹ tọ́mọ mi máa jẹ lọ́sẹ̀ kan ti wà ńlẹ̀ o. Wọ́n lè má gbé pẹ̀lú mi o. Ọmọ tí ò ti tọ́ lábẹ́ oko mi ní méjèèjì ni wá ṣe ṣéǹjì tí go bag ní ẹ̀yìn dé nìyẹn yẹ mọ̀ pé tààlà wà ẹ̀ má ìkan máa yẹ̀yẹ́ mi náà. Ṣé o rẹ̀ pé gbogbo ọmọ títún mò ń mu ni? Tẹ́bẹ́ ti lè rí gò bí àkànwájú mi. Oúnjẹ táwọn ọmọ mi máa jẹ lóṣù kan. Ìjọ tó bá sọkún bá mi níbi tí mò ń gbé ó máa dì lọ lé ni o. Mi ò ní ní kọ́mọ tí ò tó ṣiṣẹ́ kó máa lọ wáṣẹ́ tí ó ṣe láti wá bọ́ mi o. Kán lè lémi náà bímọ. I'm above that. Tí mi ò bá ní mo ní gbogbo yín bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe dúró ti bàbá Mohbad Elédùmarè á dúró tì yín o. I rest my case for now. God bless you all.
Well, ẹ ṣé gan, thank you very much. Kẹ́ tó lọ ẹ wá bínú, I want to digress a little. Mo fẹ́ bèrè question. Ẹ jọ kí ni ìyàtọ̀ ìwọ àti èèwọ̀? Ọmọba.
Tọ́ba ní wọ́n fún kábíyèsí mo wà ń bí sà. Tọ́ba ní wọ́n fún èèyàn ní ìwọ jẹ ẹni sùúrù sàá ti béèrè. Tọ́ba ní wọ́n fún èèyàn ní ìwọ jẹ ìwọ máa ń pààyàn ni o. Tá a bá ní ká sọ lóyìnbó àwọn wèrè ṣe ń kó tó ní TikTok kọ́ máa bring wa down. Ilẹ̀ rí kíní tí ìwọ ni tí òyìnbó máa ń ya orí èèyàn tí wọ́n máa gbé arrow left right ìwọ nìyẹn. Èèwọ̀ ni pé ọmọ ọba ẹni sùúrù sà ẹ̀yin lẹ béèrè. Èèwọ̀ ni pé ọmọ ọba má jẹ mángòrò o má mú sàn o má jẹ ewúro má jọ gẹ̀dẹ̀ o. Nítorí bá ti kà fún èèwọ̀ nìyẹn tó o bá ń jẹ òní ní progress ni kò ṣe pé máa pa ẹ́. But ìwọ is outrightly irú ìwọ ni pé tẹ bá mú ẹ̀dọ̀ kìnìún àwọn kìnìún tẹ bá lọ tó bá fi ọwọ́ tó fi mú lásọkọ etí ọtí èèyàn yóò kú ni o kò sóògùn tó lè ràn o ìwọ nìyẹn èèwọ̀ ni pé it's forbidden things for you to avoid anything that can delay your progress. So ti yé yín bẹ́yẹn bàbá.
ok ó ti yé mi dé lẹ́wọ̀ àtún máa béèrè àlàyé ẹ ṣé gan ẹ lọ dé ajá fògùn àríra tí gòmẹ́rin bá ti kọjá ẹ ṣé gan sir. Thank you very much for doing that and for telling us.
Good morning, Gracie.
Báwo lẹ ṣe mọ̀ pé ẹ̀yin ló kàn?
Èmi ló kàn.
Ok ma.
Èmi ló kàn.
All right ma. Ayé ni rọ̀gbọ̀n.
Àwa ló kàn. Good morning, Gracie. How are you? Good morning. Good morning to all the panelists from General Benja, our general. Good morning. Mama T. Posh, how are you, love? Good morning. Daddy
Welcome, ma'am.
Omoba, thank you. Daddy Omoba, good morning. On point, how are you? Good morning. Daddy Ishak, yeah, how are you? Daddy Ishak, long time, sir. Good morning. Apapa, good morning. I hope you are all good. Happy Christmas. I think happy Christmas in the back. Aṣọdún ayọ̀ lórúkọ Jésù. Agbára ìgbò Jésù. Bàbá Mohbad, if you are still there, good morning. Ẹ káàárọ̀ o. Aṣọdún ayọ̀ lágbára Ọlọ́run.
Wọ́n wà bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n gbọ́ yín.
Òun náà mo mọ̀. Ẹ pẹ̀lẹ́ sà, it is well with you. Ọlọ́run ọba aṣọdún yín dẹ̀yìn after a while lágbára Ọlọ́run. Ohun tá a dẹ̀ ń demand fún tẹ̀yìn especially as bàbá ọmọ tẹ̀ ń wá Ọlọ́run á bá wa fi fún yín lágbára Ọlọ́run. Ẹ̀ní ṣe lásán ẹ kú ọ̀rọ̀ ọmọ it is well with you. Just like everybody has said, dádì ọmọ ọba yẹn wọ́n tún gbé kinní kan wọlé ó jọ mí lójú wọ́n ní Mohbad òsì wọ́n fi sí. Me, I won't agree to that. Because he was confirmed dead, even the hospital. The second doctor to work said it.
Yeah, èmi náà fẹ́ correct notion yẹn I forgot. Mohbad was dead before he was before burial.
Long time dead.
Long time.
On the 11th ni Mohbad ti kú. Ṣé gbọ́ dádì? Wọ́n ti pa ọmọ yẹn sínú ilé because even picture ẹ̀ ta rí gbogbo ara ẹ̀ ló wú dẹ̀dẹ̀dẹ̀. Èyí tán ta rí nínú ṣé ambulance ni or what? Gbogbo ara ẹ̀ ti wú dẹ̀dẹ̀. Gàróṣà ló ti ń rùn. Ara àwọn inconsistencies wọn ni wọn yẹn. Gàróṣà wá sí corona inquest ló ti ń rùn. So ẹ jọ sà ẹ bá wa ìrèzì yìí. Ẹ ṣe gan. Bàbá ẹ kú ọ̀rọ̀ ọmọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. Ọwọ́ tó ṣẹ́gun sí ló máa jẹ́ lágbára Ọlọ́run nínú àlàáfíà lẹ ti máa jẹ́. But èmi kàn gòkè gba tí ń rí yín lókè mo wá bẹ̀ yín. Ẹ jọ sáǹpa DNA yẹn. Ẹ má jáfara ẹ jọ. Inú èṣìṣì wọ́n ní kì í jó àgbàlagbà lẹ́ẹ̀mejì especially àgbàlá ó lè jẹ́ ọmọdé lẹ́ẹ̀mẹwàá because ọmọdé sì ní chance àti lè wọ́n sì ní chance because of their young age.
Ọwọ́ wọn sì lè jiná.
Exactly, but for àgbàlagbà inú èṣìṣì ń jóyàn lẹ́ẹ̀mejì. This is the Yorùbá communities. Ẹ̀tàn tó kọ́kọ́ ṣe nígbà yẹn náà nìyẹn tọ́lọ̀ ń lo brẹ̀kẹ̀tẹ̀ fún wa tó fi táṣìírí wọn. Nǹkan tó ń fẹ́ ṣe ń sìn ni pé wọ́n máa lọ mú wọ́n á ti mú sáǹpù bàbá ẹni tó bí Liam kalẹ̀ wá lójú gbangba ní gbangba wọ́n máa láwọn mú sample Mohbad àti Liam ṣùgbọ́n ìgbà tán bá máa gbé lọ bí tán gbé lọ ìyẹn tán bá tiẹ̀ ti kọ result kalẹ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí tí wọ́n á kàn ṣe yẹn tí wọ́n á tún lọ jù sọnù táwọn ní kó jẹrà síbẹ̀ wọ́n máa mú sample bàbá ti Liam yẹn àti ti Liam ẹni tó bí Liam ni mò ń sọ o àti Liam wọ́n máa wá gbé lọ sí ibi tán bá láwọn fẹ́ gbé lọ nǹkan tán máa ṣe nìyẹn sà ní gbọ́ máa lè sínú ilé because ọmọ àlè padà máa ń bẹ́ orí gbogbo àwọn olórí ẹbí ilé àti ìyá olórí ẹbí ilé àti gbogbo bọ́ máa lè ṣe máa ń ṣe nìyẹn ẹ jọ̀ọ́ sà mo fẹ́ kẹ́ wà very vigilant nípa ọ̀rọ̀ kìíní worst case scenario dáàdi Mohbad wọ́n bá dáhùn ò gbà kẹ́yìn ṣe tiyín because nǹkan táwa public ń wò ni pé ẹ̀yin lẹ sọ pé ẹ fẹ́ DNA ẹ̀yin ló yẹ kẹ́ ẹ mú ẹni tó máa yẹn that ẹ̀yin ló yẹ kẹ́ ẹ mú ẹni tó máa gba sample wọ̀nyẹn wá kí Wùmí náà wà ń bẹ̀ kán gba sample fún òun náà kó gbé lọ whatever tó bá wù ẹ̀yin ló yẹ kẹ́ ẹ mú ẹnìyẹn wá kán gba sample yẹn kán dẹ̀ gbé kán transport tó bá ṣe pé wọ́n á gbé kámẹ́rà láti ibi tẹ́ ẹ ti gba sample dé bóyá FedEx tẹ́ ti fẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ dẹ̀ drop ẹ̀ síbẹ̀ mind bọ̀ pé ìjọba sọ pé àwọn máa ní mọbi tán ti ṣe Wùmí ò ní mọbi tán ti ṣe ẹjọ́ dádì Mohbad wàhálà yìí ò ní já sásán àwa tá a mọ Mohbad rí náà wàhálà wa ò ní já sásán irọ́ ni wọ́n ń pa o ẹjọ́ the worst case scenario ni pé ẹ back out ẹlẹ́ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ mọ́ àwọn pípù yìí ti ṣe mọ̀ ìjọba wọn lọ́wọ́ nínú gbogbo nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ wọ́n dẹ̀ ń cover ọmọ yẹn ni ìyẹn girl yẹn wọ́n ń cover ẹ̀ òun gangan ti sọ fún rẹ̀ pé tẹ́ bá pariwo after 2, 3, 4, 5 years oníkálukú adákẹ́ òun dẹ̀ ti pay dues òun ìtumọ̀ ẹ̀ ni pé òun ti ṣe nǹkan tó yẹ kóun ṣe mí ìmọ̀ àwọn tó ṣe fún òun ló mọ̀ wọ́n o bóyá tù bàbá Liam ni àbí bàbá Liamid mi ò mọ̀ ẹjọ́ bàbá Mohbad in a nutshell ìfọlọ́n bẹ̀yìn tí wọn bá ti gbà kẹ́ ẹ mú sample yìí kẹ́ lọ ṣe fúnra yín kóun náà lọ ṣe tí ẹ̀yin méjèèjì ò bá gbà ká pàdé ní gbàgede ẹ má gbà fún wọn pé a máa kówó kalẹ̀ wọ́n tún máa wá kówó yẹn jẹ wọ́n máa wá gbé rìsọ́ọ̀tì ti bàbá bàbá tó bí Liam gangan wọ́n á gbé wá fún yín ẹjọ́ sà ẹ sọ pé ẹ ṣe mọ́ o ẹ kàn rọra sọ fún wọn pé ẹ ṣe DNA mọ́ ẹ ṣe dádì Mohbad ọlọ́àdúró tì yín ojú òní tì yín gbogbo ìmọ̀ Wùmí Cynthia àti ìyá ẹ̀ gbogbo àwọn tó sọ̀rọ̀ àǹdí ẹ̀ àti Ìyábọ̀ Òjó àti gbogbo àwọn àti bàbá Liam àti gbogbo ṣé Liam ni àbí Liamid whatever I don't care gbogbo ìmọ̀ wọn á padà lé wọn lórí ìran keje wọn bẹ́ẹ̀mi ṣe máa ń gba àdúrà fún wọn nìyẹn gbogbo ìwà ká wọn gbogbo ìwà ìkà tí Wùmí wù sí fámìlì Alọ́ba yẹn gbogbo ẹ̀gbin àti ìyà tó fi jẹ wọ́n Wùmí Cynthia Adébánjọ àbí Adébàjò whatever your father's name is ọmọ Jùmọ̀kẹ́ ó máa kàn ẹ́ dé ìran keje ẹ̀ ó dẹ̀ ní nísinmi ó ní gbádùn ayé torí pọ́lọ́run wà lókè ọ̀run because èmi believe nínú Ọlọ́run tọ́lọ́run bá ṣe ń jọ́ Ọlọ́run Wùmí Cynthia ọmọ Adébánjọ àbí Adébánjọ ni ẹni ọmọ Jùmọ̀kẹ́ ò ní nísinmi mọ́ ìlérí ti sọ fún ẹ pé tó o bá fi lè pa òun ò ní gbádùn ilé ayé mọ́ nǹkan kan ò ní dùnnú ayé ẹ mọ́ pé ó ti rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́ thank you very much everybody.
ẹ ṣé mọ́mì wa ayé nírọ́mọ lóòótọ́ ṣùgbọ́n ọ̀ká tó kú ẹni tó bá ń parọ́ á jèrè rọ̀ kò sí irọ́ tó bò àfi tá a bá bẹ lọ́hùn sí. Thank you very much without wasting time and too much ado. Mr. Ishaq, Oya,
I want to go before Mr. On Point. Good morning, everyone on the platform.
Ó tójọ́ mẹ́ta, mo rò pé ti dà wá nù ni.
And don't let's trade that openly.
Okay,
it's
sir.
Not.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, everyone on the platform, the commenters.
We've all missed you.
Everyone watching from home at home. Ọ̀rọ̀ Mohbad ti kúrò ní níta máa gbà bí ẹ ń gba ìgbà ọtí. Authority rests with the father of Mohbad. And at this point, it's an advice. Tí bàbá bá ń gbọ́. Bí kulé ò pa ni, tòde ò lè pa ni o. Bàbá should reflect. The people that we are fighting or the people we are confronting are different from the people that we are taking to court. They are not the same. And nobody is covering Wunmi. There is someone bigger than Wunmi that is being covered. Or in fact, Wunmi is covering up for somebody. Ototoni. Wunmi mọ nǹkan tó ń sọ when he said, I've paid my dues. There is someone or there are people bigger than Wunmi that even Wunmi is covering. So Wunmi is not the one being covered. And we should not think Wunmi coming to court or standing trial is the focus. If we don't in Luiluwa, we all know. So it's better we face where it's coming from rather than being distracted by anything coming from Wunmi. That is one. Two, tradition is not harmful. Tradition must be completed. Anyone who embraces customs, that person is bound to see it through. That person is bound to see it through. Wọ́n pòwe lẹ́ẹ̀kan wọ́n ní ní èsìsì ń jó ní lẹ́ẹ̀mejì. Ó ti jó wa lákọ̀ọ́kọ́. And fi bring ọ̀rọ̀ placenta back. Tradition is not half done. It must be completed. Nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, lọ́mọ tó lóun ò ṣe legal marriage, tó lóun wà interested in marriage, tó ṣe mọ̀ mí mọ̀ ẹ́, wọ́n wá béèrè placenta, wọ́n wá náà gbé placenta wá. Bàbá dẹ̀ ní pé ẹ máa gbé lọ. Tó bá yẹ pé bàbá ti insist from that day one, tó bá ní bàbá méjì ní kí n má rí placenta yẹn bí. That stand tí wọ́n ignore then, that is the point a wà lẹ́ni. Iná ìsìsì ò kì í jóni lẹ́ẹ̀mejì. Contribution àkọ́kọ́ tá a contribute lórí private autopsy, iná àkọ́kọ́ nìyẹn. Wọ́n tún lo the right word ń bí. Wọ́n sọ contribution yẹn di ìwọ máa lọ́ba lọ́wọ́. Wọ́n wá lóko jẹ́, ó ti kọ́ chọ́ọ̀chì, ó ti kọ́ mansion, ìwọ ni o. Contribution èkejì, Ọlọ́run ní jẹ́ kí Ọlọ́run á sọ di light nínú life Aloba kí n má sọ kejì. Contribution èkejì tó rà máa contribute. Baba will not give up o. This idea of baba tán bá ti ṣe kinní kan, you are the authority. And
no retreat, no surrender.
Anybody telling you that there is president, there is whatever. President ló bẹ́ẹ̀ bímọ ẹni. President Imbo. You are the authority. And I laugh at the lawyer that came out last time. I didn't want to engage him so that people will not say, wọ́n gbé lawyer wá, ẹ̀dẹ̀ tí lọ discredit from day one. You are the authority. Kí ni iṣẹ́ lawyer? Is to deploy strategies for the lawyer to achieve your own goal. You are the client. You are the client now. Authority is the foundation principle of lawyer-client relationship. Lawyer wa jáde pé bá a ṣe máa kí ló ń jẹ́ bá a ṣe máa ṣe kí ló jẹ́ kinní kan. n tí mo fẹ́ achieve ní tí mo fẹ́ sanwó fún, go and achieve it. The ultimate decision, the ultimate goal of the legal representation is determined by the client. You will be the one to determine. Tí lawyer kan bá ní pé bó ṣe wá ṣe ẹ jẹ́ a lọ test ẹ̀, tẹ́ ẹ bá lọ test odò, tẹ́ ẹ mọ bó ṣe jìn tó,